Talking Luther College men's cross country with head coach Steve Paschy. And coach, you went up to the Neubauer Invitational up at La Crosse this past weekend. Very solid performance for your guys.
Yeah, we had a good day. I think I've been really happy with how our group's been coming around in the last few weeks. Really training well in August and September, and you start to see sometimes the progress is just little things week by week, or even every couple weeks you start to see their fitness coming around and being expressed in the workouts and in the race courses. I feel like the group did a really good job of orchestrating their efforts over the course, and I think that helps kind of see some of that fitness come to fruition. And we had a good day in a lot of different ways at La Crosse.
And individually, Marty Mitchell leading the way, one of many elder folks on this squad that really have been setting the pace for you.
Yeah, we have an awesome elder group of runners here, and I think it's balanced too by some really good developing runners in the middle, and we're seeing some really neat things out of the first years also. So I feel like I always want good seniors and a good group that way, and we've definitely got that this year in any number of ways, performance-wise, leadership-wise, just as how they kind of bring a different aura to practice too, which is they've been outstanding, and Marty Mitchell certainly at the front of that group performance-wise, and I mean a great leader too, has been awesome for us this year. And I think I think he's a kid, he's got a big engine, and there's a lot more in store for what's to come with him, so it's good.
And having seniors like that, they lead you performance-wise, but how key are they to kind of set the tone and maybe lead by example with the other guys who will hopefully fill their shoes down the road?
Yeah. People come, they lead in so many different ways, and so I think hopefully that leadership comes in numerous ways in any given individual. But absolutely, I think any one class, what they're doing, especially as seniors, are kind of setting the stage for what's down the road, and maybe inspiring the next generation of runners of what's possible. And I think we set a little higher bar for ourselves this year than what maybe we've done previously at La Crosse, and I think it's been, at least in this season's context, it's awesome. So it's really good.
Fall break on campus this week. How are you guys handling that as a cross-country program?
Right. Well, interesting question, because I think it's a little bit of a pretty much every program out there at some time or another is going to be challenged with midterms, and then the flip side of that is a fall break or some kind of hiatus in kind of the students' general rhythm. And so we've got people doing any number of things. One thing that we did this year, or doing this year, we're just minutes from departing on a camping trip to Whitewater State Park in southern Minnesota, and we've got a pretty good number of folks that are coming up there to brave some cold weather and spend a couple days just hanging out and get some good runs in. And it's got a nice area with some nice roads and trails to run. So it'll be a little bit of a training trip for us, a little bit of a just a really good time to hang out with people. And maybe, I know there'll be some books open, but I know there'll be people just hanging out and taking some naps too. So it should be a really fun trip for us. And that's something that's this trip, something that is made possible by some of the donors we've got out there. So really thanks to them, and we feel really well supported in our alumni and friends and family at Luther College Cross Country. So thanks for that.
You do know there's the possibility of accumulating snow these next couple of days, don't you? For a cross-country team at Luther, things like that are, I think, all the more reason to go camping or toe the line for a race or something like that. So, it'd be okay if we didn't get snow, I'd say, or that kind of weather, but we'll have a good time either way, I'm sure, and maybe a little more stories to tell if it got white up there. So. And coming up this week, you have a dual meet as you take on Wisconsin La Crosse. Just talk about your approach to a dual meet. I'd imagine a lot of fun involved in an event like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is I think it's over 50 years. I can't remember exactly what the total count is on more or less an annual duel that's been going on with us in Wisconsin La Crosse, and it's got a really rich tradition to it that way, which is really fun. And I think more than anything, it's just been a really good cooperative effort, and I'm trying to find out what's good for both of our programs. And I think hopefully that's the case right now, is that they're feeling like this suits them really well, and the same for us. And so what we definitely are going to come out and give them a really good run and come out with all guns firing that way. So it's a fun event every single year, and I think for us, this is kind of a changing time in the season. The leaves are kind of, maybe they already changed, but this is, I think, a time when you really see our cross country starting to come around, and so hopefully we're able to see that, whether it's win-loss, whatever, but I think being able to kind of transform as runners internally and really see our results start coming out on the race course, this is a big weekend for us. So.
I know you got the dual meet coming up this weekend. We wish you luck with that. No, hopefully you won't have to be running in a winter wonderland prior to that. Appreciate your time, Coach.
Great. Thanks, Darren.
Steve Pashy talking Luther College men's cross country.